Yo, part 2. Back in the garage, I just cleaned more or less my mess. A bunch of little papers literally everywhere from cutting those flames, which I didn't end up using. So I'm gonna push the car out, try to cover up a bunch of this shit with red rags, and then I'm probably gonna finish the masking inside. Let's check as far as I got last night. I don't know if I showed that, but I gotta finish masking, probably go through and scuff this a little more. And then what I'm gonna do is just mix the clear and tint and just go for it. Pretty set up, got everything kind of covered up. Just gotta roll the car back. I'm gonna bring a heater in here. I have this one in, but I'm gonna use another space heater to try to warm the room up a little bit. I did not think this part was going to take as long as it did. Just super tedious, and then you got to go back. You know, like doing the pinstripes, a little tricky, but the hardest part was then going back again to mask like the circles. Now we're just going to clean the hood and start spraying. Okay, everything's all wiped down, spray the floor. So try to get all the dust out of there because wow, did not go as planned. The paint started to react really weird, as you can see. So I tried to lay it on thick. I also totally forgot about these. I don't know how I'm going to get rid of those, but as you can see, it reacted really weird in some spots. Actually, that's the hood. Like this part. And it's hard to tell if the degreaser just wasn't dry, but note to self and you guys, don't ever use this cheap Harbor Freight tape. Doing the lines was quality tape, and then I switched between like Harbor Freight and some other one for coverage. Like the 1/2 inch thick stuff, like, dude, just comes apart. Like, I'm having such a hard time. Also started peeling like some of the hardener on this, but I'm having such a tough time getting the tape off. So it looks like shit. Well, did not go well. I ended up giving up, honestly. I'm gonna have to redo it and then learn from my mistakes of using Sharpie and then trying to cover it up by airbrushing. Also, gotta make sure I prep it a little better. Outside in the sun, you honestly can't see it unless you look for it or in the shade. But those guys are still there, but it looks pretty cool. So, just gonna have to redo it. Also, when I was pulling off that tape, it just would not stop ripping this off. So I'm gonna have to do better prep on that. Hood all the way on. Just took it for a test drive because I went back to the paint store just to get some more advice on what could have gone on and whatnot. But it's probably just poor prep. Was definitely this. Seems like poor prep. Like, I got some advice on getting this down. So the plan is, this is what I got. Shout out to Travis at Wesco, always hooking it up. Color blender, so I'll be mixing this with the color as opposed to doing my clear with the color. And this is more of a clear primer. It acts like a paint, so it's not the top layer. So I'll spray that on, and that should give me better results. And as long as I clean everything, anyways, that's what it looks like. So I'll try again in the next couple days, sand everything down. And yep, after a long day of getting almost nothing done, I think what we're gonna wrap the day up with is putting that guy in. Surprisingly enough, I put screws in every single one. And there she is. Doesn't flow with anything. I don't know why I painted it that color. But yep. Should probably paint it pink when I get a chance. Yep, that's all I got.